Ladies and gentlemen, this is Scott Pollock, Chief Editor of the Critical Post Chicago reporting. Welcome to another edition of the Goldwater Report. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final chapter of the Part 2 investigation into the Keenan wire fraud internet feedback loop, along with his cohorts PTSD Bailey and David Wilcock and Benjamin Fulford, all part of this fraud. This is the roll call of the receipts that Jean Haynes tendered to the Critical Post Chicago for this investigation, and we want to thank her for cooperating with this investigation. Jean Haynes is the one that sustained the most damage of anybody that we know of. So stay tuned, and we think you'll find that the evidence is overwhelming. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're at the final stages of this broadcast. This is going to take a little while longer, but we're going to put the evidence up on the screen for you. But let's just listen to a couple of those gems from Mr. Keenan again, complaining about his privacy being violated. Steals 300 G's from this woman in rough numbers, and he's the one that's acting like he's damaged. How many of you people out there have that kind of scratch? Huh? Here.
Can you tell me I get on and blow it? Because I could see you're a little bit getting tired of waiting.
They came to visit me yesterday, the Pentagon, an agency actually, last night. And I left the building and I met with them, one guy. And he told me that they're waiting for me to get this complete so that they can get to work themselves, that everybody's waiting on me. And I told him, I said, I said, if I had unlimited capital, I said, we can move a lot quicker, but you people haven't done anything. I said, other than talk to me. And I said, the information that I've been getting from my people in the Pentagon, I said, has been highly helpful.
In the Pentagon.
I said, but the bottom line is, I just don't need talk. I need help financially here too.
Okay. You can go back and listen to it earlier. I played it a few times. Here's him explaining it to Thomas Williams about that. What I've heard from some people who call him a drug addict. Ben Fulford, Mr. famous author from Forbes magazine out there in Japan, who said he had, hundreds of boxes from the Asian royal families that he could tender to Keenan in that Skype conversation at 0.0004 cents on the dollar for every bond he's got. So he was trying to make money. Most of that stuff is garbage. And don't think that the Chinese are any more honest than any other kind of human being on the face of the earth, or the Japanese, or anybody. Wherever there's a lot of money, there's whores. Like Keenan. Like PTSD Bailey. Like Benjamin Fulford. Like David Wilcock. Whores. acting like Paul Collins is a piece of garbage. Paul Collins got more integrity in the smegma underneath his toes than these men. And that goes for the point man at the White Hat Report, too. Here he is, begging off the whole CIA accusation on Thomas Williams' program. Remember, if he says yes, it means no. If he says no, it means yes. Understand? Flip-flop everything this guy says. Here, he's talking to Thomas Williams on the famous Monkeys with Microphone blog talk radio show and the Drake Bailey update. That clown, PTSD Bailey, gets on the, every once a week. Well, you got something coming for you, buddy. Go ahead, call me. You got the phone number, 312-544-0134. Send your address, PTSD Bailey. Here he is. Here's Keenan in his own words talking about Benjamin Fulford.
So what? But Jackson's that good.
So are you and Benjamin still working together overall?
I haven't worked together with Benjamin in a long time. I mean, when...
Oh, gee.
For a long time I did. I helped him. I mean, he's the one that gave me the tag. I'm a CIA agent way back when they started the White Dragon Society.
Yeah.
Rather than say...
Which was a total
Neil
fabrication.
Keenan, which everybody would put a target on my back. He decided to call me his CIA source. And that's where that came from. And right at that time, when the White Dragon Society was created by Benjamin.
Yep.
So David Wilcock. Now you see, you know, thieves can't get along and frauds can't get along too well after a certain amount of time, because when you lie all the time, somebody's gonna catch you in the lie. Okay? So now one fraud says to the other fraud, hey, I don't like you no more. I'm going to flip on you. How do you think that, you know, they play good cop, bad cop with these things? Not only are the frauds playing good cop, bad cop, but the actual constabulary authorities, the policing authorities, use the same gambit to get people to admit to things, to embroil them in things. Sometimes it's an honest cop doing it, and sometimes it's a crooked cop. But it's all the same thing, ladies and gentlemen. So now the thieves are falling out of bed with each other. One doesn't want to work with the other. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do the roll call now of all these receipts. Okay, we're going to put them up on the screen. Now, the account numbers, where applicable, have been blacked out. You're not going to see that stuff. But I have the receipts. The receipts show they go to a number of places. One is an account called Agoda. Agoda was a residence hotel in Jakarta. Another one is called Puri Casablanca, which was another resident hotel that they were in that they moved around in. Okay? Gene was paying for Keenan to get the drug dealer, Nelu, who he paid probably to go along with the scam, the way that junk dealer friend of his said to Gene Haynes in an email after he flipped. Okay? Some of the receipts go to Desi Wulandari. Desi Wulandari, according to Gene Haynes, is Nelu's wife, Mr. Martha Wibawa. Yeah. And then some of the receipts go to a guy by the name of Inchel, who was this nothing that Keenan said was a big South Korean businessman who had millionaire friends that were going to, you know, buy bonds, and they were going to keep on rolling these bonds around and around and around they go. So Keenan thought he was going to barter. What he was leading Gene Haynes to believe was Keenan thought he was going to barter his way into a position where he has, what, $100 billion? $2 trillion? What did this guy think he was going to do to upset? And why would he want dollars? After all, the dollar's no good. Look at the interview from Bill Still. This is all a bunch of gold bug arguments. But anyways, another one that the receipts go to is Chris Brosnahan. Now, I don't know exactly, I forget who exactly that was. One of Keenan's friends over there in Ireland or something like that. I don't know. It could be the banker guy that he talks about Chris all the time when he talks about these guys. He introduced all kinds of sock puppets to Gene Haynes as I looked through thousands upon thousands of pages of Skypes till I went blind. Okay? I'm going to tell you what the totals are in a second. And it's every bit of what Gene Haynes said. How would you feel? How would you feel, ladies and gentlemen? Gene Haynes thought she had a deal. Here's a recording of Gene Haynes talking about lending Neil Keenan money on the 25th of March, 2013.
Michael was talking to me, and he says, you know, he says, we're lucky we have Jean right where she is right now because, you know, we wouldn't be able to do this without her. I said, yeah, I agree.
No, and I appreciate that, and I'm glad I can do it for you. You know, I told you, you know, when I thought about the whole thing, even about a long time ago, about lending you some money, and I had to make the decision.
About lending him use of money. And the conversation continued, and he didn't disabuse her about the loan. You don't need to listen to all this stuff. I'm telling you. I listened to hundreds of hours of this man swindling her, baiting her, playing her. This piece of garbage. Here. Gene Haynes didn't have a deal, huh? On the 20th of November 2012. Gene Haynes, when we talk again, I need you to go over the Merkaba scholarship. See, she was trying to do humanitarian things the right way. Problem with me. The money won't be available, question mark. I want to understand it. In some ways, it is more important than the idea for my retreat, she says. The Merkaba will protect people during the pole shift. She believes there's some kind of consciousness thing, along with a lot of other people in the ascension movement, the pole shift. If we are still here at that time. It also gives people the experience of living in their hearts a place of total non-judgment, which is debatable, but that's besides the point. I'm not sure about my retreat, for me personally, but I need to do something, and apparently you won't need me with you. if I'm on my own. The retreat idea does call to me. So she and him, prior to all of this stuff, started talking about what she was going to get for this loan of money. And she had an understanding from this. Okay? On the 20th, right afterwards, that was at 8:15:26 p.m. At 8:16:29 p.m., 29 seconds p.m., Neil Keenan says to her, "You will be with me. I will have the K Foundation up and running with new technologies," he says. "And you can also have a foundation set up for what you wish and be able to do both. You will always be with me now," he says, "if you wish. There is so much to do. I wish. Who am I to trust if you are not around? No one. I can't believe that." Neil, is what she said. He said, "I am comfortable now. It is nice to work like this. Okay, back to work." Jean says, "Yes. We will have so much to do. To the end of my days for sure, and then some." Jean says, "What about my dogs? They are my only family responsibility. Neil, we are not going to die, you and I. Ask the elders," she says, because he was always talking to her about these witch doctors in the hills and the people that are supposedly guarding this gold, the elders, as if he's got an inside track. "They know." He says, "You will be living in a house, Jeannie. Why wouldn't you be able to keep them? I will have some as well. Love, dogs." This kind of stuff was going on and on and on. What do you want me to play you? Every single clip? He baited her. He lied to her. Here's what Jean explained to me. What did you think you understood?
The whole thing was based on trust. And as I told you, when I realized he lied to me, that was the end of the trust. But he indicated to me that he was going to repay my funds and a lot more. He was going also to set me up with what he called a spa. I don't see it in those terms, but a place for real serious healing to go on was what I was thinking at the time. He was also going to set me up in what he called, I believe the word, I'm thinking very carefully about this, Scott, was a foundation, so that I could operate off, I would call it a credit card for that foundation, and the foundation would be set up out of the country, and I guess that's about it.
All right, so I want to synopsize the answer. You said you were led to believe that the funds were going to be, the funds that you gave him were going to be paid back.
Yes.
May I ask concisely, if you will, how were you led to believe that that was going to occur?
He told me many times. I've got it in writing. I've got it on tape. I've got it, messages in Skype and email letters.
Okay. Here's another nuance. This is why this woman was totally bamboozled. Listen to this.
John Avises,
Good.
Then I've been making real good moves, but no one knows what I'm doing but me. And I think I might have gotten away. I'm not sure, to get you about 40 grand when this happens, from here to your bank account.
Oh.
You see how she got excited at the end? A way to get you $40,000. Why would he be talking to Gene Haynes about giving her $40,000? This is on the 28th of March 2013, after she had already spent oodles of money on him and a down payment to his wife in Bulgaria. And that hotel, that resident hotel that he was in, couple of $1,000 here, couple of $1,000 there, $5,000 here, $3,000 there, plane tickets for Michael Dunn, yada, yada, yada. Oh, and just so you know, I'm not going to play the recording. Michael Dunn thought he was going to bill Keenan at $150 an hour for every waking hour he was down in during that whole fiasco and getting this Marta Wabawa out of the jail. So he thought when he left that he had cashed $80,000 on Neil Keenan. Can you believe that? So everybody wanted a piece of the action. See, ladies and gentlemen, even the wonderful Reverend Michael Henry Dunn, everybody was in on it, right? Everybody thought they were going to get money. Here.
And Gene, I'll tell you what I'm planning, and I think it'll work.
This is on the 10th of April, 2013, by the way, in the evening time.
When I go there, if they do need money to open the account, if they do,
he was talking about getting a special account opened up in Indonesia, which a foreigner, according to him, in other conversations, isn't allowed to have. That's what he's talking about here. Let's try it again.
Gene, I'll tell you what I'm planning, and I think it'll work. When I go there, if they do need money to open the account, if they do, I'm going to tell them, look, okay, let's just get everything ready. Let's have the account ready, the numbers ready, the this ready, and that ready, and I'll take care of this in a day or two. But I think we need it immediately because NALU, I think, is coming to a head.
Yeah.
And we're gonna need that bank. We're gonna need to use that bank. Not on the million so much, but $1 million is still a lot of money.
Yes.
You know, not on $1 million so much, but on the next $1 million. Because now you're talking, we're getting into $2 million. And then after that, there'll be another $1 million and another $1 million. Now you're talking $3 and $4 million. And you can't have that sitting around a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's a lot of money.
Neil, I could send you, see, I'll tell you what, I have $2,000 left.
See, he was milking her at that particular point in time. That's why she said she had a couple of $1,000, because he needed to get some stuff paid. That's part of what this conversation was about.
Let me find out first what I have to do.
Okay. So, but I want you to know, I could send you $1,000.
Mm-hmm. But let me just find out, Janie, if I have to send anything. I might not have to send anything. You know, let me find out. I mean, it's important for us to
because I think the way I'm feeling, it's going to be okay. If you can send me, say 2 5,000s, and then take your time about sending something by Western Union, and then take your time sending me something to RBC and let it sit there if it must for 3 weeks.
Well, it's going to be fine. The bank can handle things for us, including Western Union. This bank I'm talking about is also Western Union.
Yes, and that's good.
So, I mean, they handle both.
But here's the only thing I'm wondering: if I have that kind of money, could I lose it if it's in a bank? See,
she was still believing that the dollar. Jean thinks that the dollar is going to fall off the face of the earth any minute now. That's why she said that. Still believing in the garbage that these men are talking about.
Over here, nobody's losing anything yet. They don't even know about it.
No, but if it's here in Canada, say
if it's there, you might. That's why you got to figure it out, or I can help you at that point and figure out something.
Yeah,
but
I'd rather just have enough to get along day by day. If you had to start sending me $5,000 now and then, I wouldn't mind.
Well, no, you're not going to be here that long. After we get the deals done, I'll go home for a while, and I'm not sure. So, and you're not going to be able to get into that account. They won't let you. They won't let Michael. They won't let anybody because they don't want anybody to know. I mean, only a certain few people are going to know you're one. Michael's going to be one because he's here.
Yes.
Only because he's here. You know.
Yes.
Yeah. Really, I would prefer just the two of us. But no. Okay, it's going to be a couple of other people are going to know. But they're not going to have the account numbers or anything else. And I'll even tell them that I put it in a corporate name or something, so they never come looking at it any other way.
Mm-hmm.
So if you were Gene Haynes and you were listening to that, you didn't have an understanding that you were going to get paid back the money that you gave to this man or lent him. Okay? Let me play that for you again, ladies and gentlemen.
Michael was talking to me, and he says, we're lucky we have Jean right where she is right now because, we wouldn't be able to do this without her. I said, yeah, I agree.
No, and I appreciate that, and I'm glad I can do it for you. I told you, when I thought about the whole thing, even about a long time ago, about lending you some money, and I had to make the decision.
If Gene Haynes didn't have an understanding of a deal, if you didn't have an understanding of a deal, would you take your life savings and squander it on this piece of garbage? And on top of it, she's such a nice lady and naive and gullible, she did it without a contract. But a verbal contract, I'll have you know, ladies and gentlemen, if there's enough evidence to support the idea that a verbal contract took place, which Gene has standing in the courts as they exist today, in the United States of America and probably in Canada too. And in some parts of the world, a verbal understanding is as good as anything else. This woman thought that she had a deal, that she was going to get paid back, that she was going to have a retreat, that she was going to be part of a foundation, that all of this stuff, all this blue sky, but that's what they do. They paint blue sky. They paint easy money and returns beyond your wildest dreams. That's how a con baits a woman. Understand? Benjamin Fulford here talking about, yeah, I got boxes of gold. Unbelievable. Right? I'm looking for something else here. Yeah, there it is. You will be with me. I will have the K Foundation up and running with new technologies. All of his humanitarian projects. And you can also have a foundation set up for what you wish and be able to do both. You will always be with me now, if you wish. There is much to do. And Jean says, I wish, with a little smiley face. Who am I to trust if you are not around? Endearing himself to her. A bond of the heart. But when you lead with your heart, you get squashed. And that's what happened to Gene Haynes. Look at the way this man, let's see if I got that here. Yeah. Look at the way that this man, you know, he started begging off the deal. See? When she ran out towards the end, when they started to have this split up, you know, he basically started injecting people into the conversation. A guy by the name of Greg, another guy, going to run his own blog now instead of Gene doing the posting. Because she was his main propagandist, along with a couple of writers helping him. Right, because the guy can't write with a lick. Right? So the way this con begged off the deal is he started attacking her when she caught him in what she considered a lie. She accused him of lying, and he got all mad. That's the way a con plays a card so that he's no longer liable for the money. Oh, the deal went south. Are you kidding me? Do you think that he would be able to treat a grown man that way? Huh? But a woman, oh, that's a different story. The men from my family wouldn't act this way. Look at him here. Look at this palooka. And let me ask you a question. You see him on the screen. Exactly what makes you think that a palooka like this is a worldwide globe-trotting financier? Look at the manicure of the man. And look at the way he acts. Watch this. The way he makes fun of Gene Haynes. Watch this.
Okay, this is all off. This is all from the top of the head, which most of the time it is.
And watch where his hands are around his face. And he keeps on wiping his face because he knows he's lying. That's body language for lying. He's guarding his mouth right now with the hands like this. Watch this man.
I think it really has to be addressed now rather than later.
See that?
So anyway, people, the Bitcoins, they're now in a Michael's...
No. That's not where I want to be. Hang on. There it is.
This is all off. This is all from the top of the head, which most of the time it is. But I think it really has to be addressed now rather than later.
Look at him.
It's gone too far. We've allowed it to go too far. We should have stopped it from the beginning, and we will stop it. There's no question about it. It's going to stop him almost immediately, even if I have to do things I don't want to do. First thing.
He said it was going to stop immediately, and then he does this. Because he knows he can't do anything about it. Then he scratches his chest. Look at it.
Let's go talk about that gold bill that they claim they saw in a novelty shop or eBay. They might have saw copies. They can pay $5 for theirs. The real people will pay a lot of money for
See?
Real notes, which have to go through a process in the bank. There's a process that things have to go through. Or pay a lot of money for real notes, which have to go through a process in the bank. There's a process that things have to go through. Authentication, verification, and all the markings on it are all checked out and everything else and so on.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no novelty store here. There's 40,000 boxes of them, and this one came out of a baby box.
40,000 boxes of gold mint Federal Reserve notes. Okay.
Dealt with the elders on this. We didn't go to Gene's favorite place, the corner market.
Now he's making fun of her. Watch the way this man begs off the deal.
Anyway, those people on Gene's site that are hurraying, hurrahing, and all this other shit that we're getting, they're going to find out in a minute that their hero, it might be locked up.
See that?
And all this other shit that we're getting, they're going to find out in a minute that their hero, it might be locked up. I may be that angry that I'll do it, okay? I might do it. And I can do it with a phone call because I know something that she knows. Let's just leave it at that. She's calling my people, Count Albert. She's calling all the people that I do business with and the people that we need to open up the accounts, possibly open up the accounts. And they can't hurt me, but she's calling them. And she's trying to get them to hurt me and hurt everything we're doing. Now, like I said, it can't hurt us. But the fact remains she's trying to do that. So I leave that up to you to stop it.
Now, first of all, I forgot to bring into the queue the fact that, as a matter of fact, I've got Gene on tape. Let me see if I can find it. I got Gene on tape saying that, no, she didn't call any of, here it is. Here, listen to this.
Did you talk to any of Neil Keenan's contacts?
The only one I can think of is Drake, and that was maybe a couple of times. And that was a long time ago.
You understand? This woman's not lying.
I might do something else, but you can stop that. Okay, have her stop that if you want to.
Yeah. Now he's telling everybody, yeah, you go bother Gene Haynes. This is after he's gotten 300 G's from this woman. I don't have to pay it back now. See? Because Gene Haynes is a bad person. So I was entitled to that money. Don't you understand, people? Because I'm helping the world. What's Gene Haynes doing?
If not, I'll just shut the door on that. Won't tell anybody what's going
Watch him how many times he touches his face during this whole thing.
on, and I'll finish it up myself with Robbie here and Joe and Nailu. Okay? And you can blame Gene for that because that dimwit doesn't know whether she's alive or dead.
That dimwit. Now he disrespects her. This is a person that you would trust? You people in Cosmic Voice? How many of you deadbeats in Cosmic Voice have the kind of scratch that this woman laid down? Or you, PTSD Bailey, who thinks he's going to get rich with this palooka? Do you have that kind of scratch? I've been living this now for a few months, and every time I see this piece of garbage, I get angry. And I'd be more than happy to face you, Keenan. I remember you telling Gene Haynes about you were a boxing champion. How tough you were. Right?
Now let's go into the dollar. Talking about that dollar, I just told you it's real. Okay? Not like they have. They can go to the eBay and they can go to the corner
Repeating
store,
himself.
and they can go to the Zurich train station and buy them for $5. Actually, they can the Federal Reserve notes, which you already know are real. but not all of them. That's why we have the process. The Treasurer of the United States can't tell you if something's real over the internet. He needs he needs the dollar. He needs the item itself. They've got their make-believe, we've got real. That's the bottom line. We're dealing with real people. We're not dealing with followers of Gene's on a damn blog. Okay, no. What pisses me off about this more than anything, and I'm tired of it, is that bill was given to me by an elder just to show, so you people would know such things.
He's guarding his mouth. You see it?
And she
Look at
comes
him.
up with all these Mickey Mouse things that she usually comes up with. She's not even writing the damn post. This guy Graham or somebody from England is. You can tell by the writing. It's not Jean's. She just puts her name on it, which is going to get her in a lot of trouble too.
Oh yeah.
But what pisses me off more than anything, and it is, I had that note, not anybody else, not Judge Naidu, not the king.
Oh my God. I had that note. Who cares? You piece of garbage.
Anyone. And Jean, I saw her post this morning. Yesterday I was with Nelu all day. And it stated that the king was up to his old games in regards to fraud and so on. Well, first of all, I know for a fact that, you know, if you do your homework and so on, you'll find that the king was really put into a very awkward spot for a little while there.
Now remember, now he's talking about some dude, some cat who's supposed to be royalty. And if you took your lessons from Paul Collin, with the point man from the White Hat Report, you'd know. Yeah, they always throw royalty and some grand story into some, you know, royal bloodline being disenfranchised by the cabal and all of this stuff. When she found out about this guy, because she sniffed something that was wrong and called him on it. So now, after she called him on it, he says, deal's off. See? Would you trust anybody like that? I don't think so. Look at the way this man acts.
Okay? And if you listen to Gene, he did it. He did it. And you know something, the king doesn't tell you he didn't do it. He just said he was innocent. Yeah, I guess he did say he didn't do it. He said he was innocent. And that he spent 12 years for something that he didn't do.
The guy was in a prison that did 12 years for something he didn't do. Now, I don't want to get into the particulars of this particular little exchange, but he's distancing himself from this woman with this stuff. That's after she gave him the money. Now the money's gone. So what does he need her for? Right? He smacks his lip. Look at him.
And here I am showing this note out here, and Gene's tying that note into the king, and maybe another wonderful deception of fraud. Oh, we don't do fraud.
He don't do fraud.
Gene's doing fraud right now.
She's doing fraud. How's that? Is he giving her money? No. What fraud? This lying sack of garbage.
Gene is up to her neck in fraud and defamation and scandal and libel and amongst many other things, and the lawyers have all confirmed it.
Oh, the lawyers have confirmed
so on the other hand, we won't need lawyers. We'll just have to make one phone call and they'll pick her up.
You ready? Here you are. That's the comment I wanted to get to. We're just going to have to make one phone call and pick her up. Threatening this woman. What kind of piece of garbage does that?
Lawyers have all confirmed it. So on the other hand, we won't need lawyers. We'll just have to make one phone call and they'll pick her up.
Talking
Just
tough.
letting you know, Gene, you're getting close to that edge.
The woman's in her mid-70s. Is a big shot. We're going to pick her up. Look at that.
So on the other hand, we won't need lawyers. We'll just have to make one phone call, and they'll pick her up.
Oh, yeah.
Just letting you know, Gene, you're getting close to that edge. Okay, you want to go calling my people that are working at trying to save these people, the very people that are supporting.
Hey, see that? Look at it again.
Getting close to that edge. Okay, you want to go calling my people that are working at trying to save these people, the very people that are supporting you, Gene. You're screwing.
He knows he's lying. No, you don't like it, Keenan. 312-544-0134. Send an email to bsidler@thecritical-post.com. We'll get it. Let me know where I can meet you. But if you think I'm going to travel to see you outside the country, you're out of your mind. Put away this man axe. Here's another one.
I think that has to stop as well. Denise is running around the world.
Here, now he's making fun of Denise.
And so I can get over to do something in Bolivia regarding the...
Yeah, there he is. Do something in Bolivia, and then he wipes his nose again. This guy's lying from one end of these videos to another. Watch this.
Envelope.
Now he's talking about the Bitcoin.
Bitcoin account. And I'll have some of it soon. And so I can get over to do something in Bolivia regarding the no-fly. I hope that I continue to help you. But I'm getting tired of the distractions. Jean is a distraction. She's been for a while. She's got herself, Denise Rednauer, who also caused the problems for Drake way back when. And
caused problems for Drake. She was paying $250 a month plus a website to platform that jerk, and then Gene Valentine went to her and offered to buy the account from her for $1,000. Sent her a check. She sent it back.
I think that has to stop as well. Denise is running around the world, or actually her little corner of the world in Mississippi, blaming Drake and blaming me and other people for everything. That has to stop, Denise.
Why does it have to stop, Keenan? Did you think you were going to intimidate these women? Do you think you're going to intimidate me? Look at the way this man acts. Here. Watch this. Doesn't matter. I could just pick a spot the way this guy acts.
Bunch of shit for brain. Has nothing to do with...
Now he's talking about something else which came at the end of that other video.
Okay, what you've done to him has nothing to do with those notes. You used them as an excuse, claiming he was committing fraud with the notes. King doesn't have anything to do with the notes. And you people that are following her, oh yeah, you got them. You know what you got? You got a bunch of shit for brains. That's what you've got. Chasing that nonsense. How dare you be so stupid? You belong on that train with Gene. Yes, I'm talking about you. You know who you are.
You know who you are. Are you kidding me? This is the way a man who's a con, who's a piece of a lowlife, deadbeat, begs off a deal. You got it? Yeah, how many times do I got to play you the baiting remarks this man made? And then he says he's lying. Gene Haynes was lying. about the amount of money. Is that right? Lying about the amount of money. Get your pencils and paper ready, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm going to read every receipt and I'm going to show them to you. This man's sickening. Like I said, I got a lot of receipts to go through here. When I say something's from Agoda, it's the apartment hotel residency that you see on the screen there, that you just saw on the screen. I don't know if that was the Puri Casablanca or the Agoda. I don't know which one. If I say Puri Casablanca, it's an apartment hotel that Gene was paying for. Desi Wulandari, Gene told me, is Nehru's wife. A guy by the name of Inshul, some refugee from South Korea, who was part of the South Korean contingent that was going to be part of all of these platforms and trading bonds or whatever the heck that deal was all about. And then this guy, Chris Brosnahan. And if there's something I'm leaving off here, you'll hear about it. Okay? But I want to show you the most important one first. Okay? Remember, he told Paul Collin that he lost 100 G's. Well, he had to make up that somewhere at one point or another. Go back in the video. You can listen to that stuff again. Here. You see that? Let me bring it up for you. Okay? On October 12th, to the man's wife, Sonia. Excuse me. Yes. Bank statement, October 12th. Your closing balance, $955. On the 9th of October, she put in $72,000. And turned right back around and sent to his wife, Sonia, $71,045 in one payment. How's that for a head start, ladies and gentlemen? Now, Gene started having contact with him earlier on in the year. I don't have the timeline on that. But the whole time he was reeling her in. And David Wilcock, that jerk, gave this guy a platform which led this woman to him. Because she's an earth angel. She's going to help save the world. Which is her arrogance. But that doesn't make her a thief or a liar. $71,045 to Sonia. Okay? On the 9th of October, 2012. That was the first payment. How many of you people out there have that kind of scratch? Here it is. Here. We got plenty more where that came from. Okay? On the 23rd of May, 2013, to Agoda, $1,075.92 to include service charges. There it is. That's an apartment hotel. Okay? But you got to understand something, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to keep on going. You got to understand the accounting here. I forgot to mention that. I'm going to go through all these pictures. I have an accounting from just the pictures. And I added it a couple of times. I don't know if I'm exactly right at this point because it's been a while. Of $293,397.49 in pictures of receipts regarding this account with him, regarding the help that he got from this woman that took place over a little bit over a year's worth of time, while she's helping him propagandize himself after he got propagandized by David Wilcock and Ben Fulford and this whole big ring around the rosy conversation, this internet feedback loop. She sent me an accounting of her own sheet of paper, which she stated was around $331,500. When we did the accounting of that, it came to $328,699 on the same sheet of paper. That's what we counted. And I don't have the receipts for the remaining, I guess, $35,000. Oh, big deal. So she couldn't find those. Do you think she's lying? I don't. $328,699, according to her sheet of paper that she had all of this stuff registered on. And according to the pictures, $293,397.49. All right. Unbelievable. Okay, so you got the first one on the 9th of October, $71,045 on the 9th of October. They're not in any particular order. Agoda.com on her credit card, 23 May of 2013, $1,075.92. There it is. Okay? Actually, that was Puri. Let me pull that up again. No, that was Puri Casablanca in Jakarta, not Agoda. Okay, $1,075.92. That's two numbers. You got it so far, ladies and gentlemen. 22nd of March 2013. Agoda. $2,039.88. 21st of July 2013 on a credit card. Agoda. $2,054.07. Right there. Two different payments. You can see where my arrow is. See it? Think I'm lying? Think this is made up? The 16th of March 2013 on a credit card. Agoda. $2,168.73. On the 18th of April, the 18th of April through the 25th of April, on a credit card, Agoda, apartment hotel, $2,136, it says here, $2,319.66. There's three charges on here from Agoda. You see it? On the 31st of January 2013, Agoda apartment hotel, $2,332.18. Two different charges on two different dates. Okay? She was doing this over the internet. She was paying these people so that he could sit there and play games with the drug dealer. You got it? That's that row. The 21st of February, 2013, Agoda apartment hotel, $2,930.40. $2,930.40. Okay? She's paying for him to live there and play around with that Nelu character. On the 29th of March through the 5th of April, 2013, or actually 5 March, this is a credit card statement. Agoda, $5,574.47. There. 4 different charges. 3 different charges on this credit card statement for his apartment hotel. On the 31st of May, 2013, Agoda, $734.51. Another payment to the apartment hotel. On the 28th of February through the 8th of March, this is the credit card statement. Agoda, $2,718.16. Hope you're writing this down. You'll be able to go back. Then he sends some money to. She sends some money to Nelu's alleged wife, Desi Wolandari, on the 10th of July, 2012. $1,905 through Western Union. See it? There's a. You got it? $1,905. On the 12th of February, 2013, the Desi Wolandari. Looks like $331. Now these include the transaction fees, mind you. He should be liable for it. Here, 25th of April, 2013. Deposit to Neil Keenan, $1,068. Okay? So I got a G note. There's a $68 service fee. Okay? Neil Keenan on the 11th of April, $1,176. So they got $1,100 on another day, plus the service fee, $1,176. Here, another deposit to Neil Keenan, $2,105.22. Here you go. Here's another deposit for Neil Keenan. On the 4th of May, 2013, $2,115. Here's another one. Neil Keenan, $2,416 on the 10th of July, 2013. Okay? Another deposit, $2,616 to Neil Keenan on the 6th of March, 2013. There. On the 25th of June, 2012, $3,126 to Neil Keenan. This was a different kind of transfer. Money transfer, can't make it quite out. Okay? $3,126. Okay? Same company to Neil Keenan for a grand total of $5,000 on the 3rd of June, 2012. How you like that, ladies and gentlemen? Think Gene Haynes is lying now? On the 9th of July, 2013, to Neil Keenan, $5,001. On the 12th of July, 2013, $5,001. On the 1st of February, 2013, $5,088 to Neil Keenan. On the 12th of February, again. Let's see if it's the same transaction number or a copy. I want to make sure this is correct, ladies and gentlemen. I wouldn't want to steer you wrong. It's not the same receipt. It's not the same transaction number. So, the 12th, 2 different times. On the 12th, $5,088. 2013. Here's another one. No, I'm not going to repeat that. Here. On the 17th of July, 2013, $5,206 through Western Union. Here's one going to his friend Chris. On the 25th of October, 2012. I don't know what this is all about. $1,667.95. Another deposit to Desi Willandari, Nehru's supposed wife. $2,616 on the 11th of September, 2012. To Desi Willandari again. $544 on the 19th of December, 2012. Another deposit to Desi Willandari, the 28th of September, 2012. $649. Here's a deposit to his friend Inchel. Okay? On the 12th of August, 2013, $1,905. On the 13th of August, 2013, again to his friend Inchel, different money transfer system, $1,905. Another deposit to Inchel On the 17th of August, 2013, another $1,905. Another deposit to Inchel on the 19th of August. See if this is a repeat. Hold on. Because I don't want to make a mistake. We don't want Mr. Keenan to think that I am cheating him. No, that was on the 17th. So then 2 days later, yeah. No, it's not the same one. Yeah, okay. So you got that last one. On the 19th of August, 2013, Inchel Kim is his last name. $1,905. Another deposit on the 19th of August. Inchel Kim, $1,905. Different transaction number. Another deposit to Inchel Kim on the 22nd of August, 2013. 22nd of August, $1,905. Guess they were getting ready to do all these deals, you see. You heard them. Yeah, we're going to do 1 million here and 1 million there, and then there's going to be another. Then we'll do the big deal. Yeah, right. Here's another deposit to Inchel Kim. Yes, the 12th of August, 2013. $3,646 to Inchel Kim. Deposit to Neil Keenan, 23rd of July, 2013. $4,166. Deposit to Neil Keenan on the 20th of April, 2013, $1,066. Deposit to Neil Keenan on the 5th of April, 2013, $1,176. Deposit to Neil Keenan on the 29th of October, 2013, $1,938. You getting all this, ladies and gentlemen? On the 17th of September 2013, deposit to Neil Keenan, $2,550. On the 5th of May 2013, deposit to Neil Keenan, $2,899. Deposit to Neil Keenan, the 23rd of November, 2012, $2,936. Deposit to Neil Keenan on the 14th of June, 2013, $3,126. Deposit to Neil Keenan on the 24th of June, 2013, $3,126. On the 16th of September, 2013, $3,570 to Neil Keenan. You sick of looking at it, Keenan? You didn't get this money, is that right? On the 6th of August, 2013, $3,646. On the 6th of October, 2012, Neil Keenan, $4,582. To Neil Keenan, on the 2nd of February, 2013, $5,086. Deposit to Neil Keenan on the 31st of January 2013, $5,088. On the 4th of September 2013, $5,100 to Neil Keenan. On the 29th of November 2013, this is sent through MoneyGram. Right? $5,100 to Neil Keenan. On the 30th of November 2013, another $5,100. On the 3rd of August 2013, $5,206. On the 22nd of July 2013, to Neil Keenan, $5,206. Deposit to Neil Keenan, the 29th of July 2013, $5,206. Deposit to Neil Keenan on the 16th of July 2013, $5,206. That was Western Union. Deposit to Neil Keenan, $1,184 on the 24th of November 2012. Can you imagine? He just got $71,000 to his wife on the 9th of October, and he's getting more money. They must have been burning through that stuff like trash. Another deposit to his wife, Sonia, on the 16th of October, 2012. I don't know why she needed $4,076, but that's what she got. After $71,000 on the 9th. Another deposit to his wife. On the 11th of October, 2012, $5,088 to Sonia. The 15th of October to Sonia, $533 in 2012. Sonia Keenan on the 15th of October, $5,088. Hotel fees at Puri Casablanca on the credit card statement of the 19th of August, 21st of August statement through 19th September, the hotel fees were $4,270.14. More hotel fees from the 30th of December through the 10th of January. $7,529.02 to the Puri Casablanca Hotel. Hotel fees, more, $9,031.40 for the credit card statement, the 1st of August, 19th of August, 2013. More hotel fees. Now look at this one. Total purchase activity. 28 June to the 17th of July. You ready for this one? $40,840.17. Is that a crime, ladies and gentlemen? Money to Bulgaria. She says here, oh, now she was paying for his website. This deadbeat. And other things. This statement with all the fees, $3,409.80. She's got all the check marks where everything is. I don't know what Posokacom, Posokacomndk, Sofia, Bulgaria. But alone, that was $3,245.34. So the total of this is $3,409.80. More internet fees, $188.19. The 20th of December, 2013. Another hotel bill, Puri Casablanca, $1,395.08 on the 2nd of January, 2014. More hotel bills in Puri Casablanca. The 27th of September, 2013, on a credit card statement, $2,527.92. Hope you're writing it down. You'll be able to go back. You got all this accounting, Keenan. Puri Casablanca, $2,559.71 on a credit card on the 8th of October, 2013. Another hotel bill. Puri Casablanca, $2,566.16 on a credit card on the 12th of September, 2013. Well, you were living pretty high, weren't you, Keenan? On the 18th of November through the 2nd of December, a couple of bills came in from Puri Casablanca on the credit card. $5,051.92 between the 18th of November and the 2nd of December on 2013. And finally, the last receipt, ladies and gentlemen. Receipt for $4,000. Not sure what this is, but if Jean says it's 4,000 bucks on the 23rd of August, 2013, well, I'll bet you she's right. I can't. Something about carbon copy digital. I don't know what this is. But she sent it as one of her receipts. Oh, FedEx truck going to Jakarta, something. Unit price. I don't know what this is. I didn't ask her. But she sent it as a receipt. $4,000. You got that, ladies and gentlemen? So, according to the pictures, just the pictures, $293,397.49. Is that close enough to $300,000 for you? Well, Keenan, that close enough? So I'll tell you what, big shot. Here you are, sitting there with all your boxes of gold.
And we'll be able to move maybe forward soon, right after
this
that.
thief.
Hopefully before Christmas, like we can get maybe one humanitarian package, maybe.
A humanitarian package.
In January, but we're there. We're there.
We're there.
And they're behind us 1,000%. Am I right, Joe?
Yes.
Everybody's behind you.
Long-term.
It's a long-term agreement we have with the elders. And by the way, this is, just so you know,
sitting there gloating.
we didn't just come back from, well, I'm not going to tell you where we were.
Then you go to this other one, which is the last one, and you get to the end, and you see he's holding a bar of gold. So you don't have any money. And that's not gold. Or it is. And you go to the end of it, and he shows you a picture, little picture of him sitting there. Let's see if we can get this thing up here.
But he's the best at it.
Just amateur.
I told you, when NALU comes out, we'll get our work. When we do the bunkers next, and we take things out of there.
Wait, I'm playing it. I got to switch the screen back. Ridiculous. Okay, I was playing this before. There he is, cracking open a prop or something, or actually a real box of gold bars.
Have been made for a long time with a bunch of.
So he sat there, and he went on a treasure hunt. He got this money, and he took this woman for all this cash, and then he goes like this to her. Nice guy. Here.
Things which will go out and which will be shown to you, including the bunkers will be shown. NALU, peace, straight job. I told you, when NALU comes out, we'll get our work done. Okay, Joe does what he does. He's very good. He's the best at it.
Look at this. Good. Amateur production. And he sat there, I'd have to look for it, with the gold bars spread on the, there it is.
Oh, damn heavy.
There. You see it? He's got a bunch of stuff there. I don't know what that stuff is, but if it's gold, do you think he's got enough money there? We got a clip of NALU saying that they're, in terms of total weight of gold, $1.4 million. But Gene Haynes, he don't owe that money to her. You, ladies and gentlemen, would trust this man with anything? Well, now that you've watched it all, Keenan, you got the phone numbers, you got your Palooka PTSD Bailey making threats. What are you going to do? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to let this man go his way. It's time to ignore him. Now, I feel bad for Gene Haynes, having lost all that money. But if she's got an accounting for about $331.5, you can bet that if she went looking for the rest of these receipts, she's got them. What we counted on the sheet was $328,699. Okay. Now, tell you what, Keenan. 3.5% nuisance fee, 6.5% simple interest, no APR, 330, 33. I figure you're good for 363. One payment. Big shot. You got that gold sitting there? Go ahead. Throw mud in my face. I'll be more than happy to take the hit if Gene Haynes gets her money back from you, you piece of garbage. Acting like a big shot. Ladies and gentlemen, I really don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to do. We've explained this whole piece of garbage from soup to nuts. And this man's getting away with this kind of theft. But he's going to call her a liar. Here, I want you to look at the man that you're putting your faith in. Look at this jerk. That's as big as I can make it. Look at him sitting there. This slob. A man with no manicure. This is a worldwide traveling. Don't you ever change your shirt? Always sitting there with that clown suit on. His Irish stuff. Very proud of himself. If you took Gene Haynes' money, he'll take yours. And he'll do this to you. Forget about it. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. Slogging through discs upon disc of all these conversations, working Gene Haynes. She's had to endure months of being demeaned by this jerk and all these fools over there at Cosmic Voice, as if they've got two nickels to rub together. Most of them probably a bunch of deadbeats. PTSD Bailey threatening me. Neil Keenan threatening Gene, Denise Rednauer, Deb Martindale, all these folks. The women who said, you know, enough of this. They were gullible too, just like many of you out there. Now they want to threaten me. Well, let's see where that'll get them. Because I'm not as gullible or naive as these women were, especially Gene Haynes. And she is the one that sustained the most damage. A lot more than any of you in Cosmic Voice are ever going to see in your lifetime, especially from that palooka. Stay tuned for the mortgage fraud investigation and how the courts are gaming the system. And the judges are getting paid on the back end along with many attorneys. Stay tuned for the interview with Harmon L. Taylor, who's a legal expert. Going to tell you and explain to everybody in the Patriot Nutjob community, like we say, what your legal reality actually is, instead of all those garbage alternative media websites that you're paying attention to. That concludes this investigation. And if they come back at me with their stuff, you'll hear about it. All I have to do, PTSD Bailey, tell me where you are. 312-544-0134. That's the phone number here. And then we'll see if they come back at me for exposing the facts, which is the truth in this particular regard, not my version of the truth. There's there's no gray area here. My name is Scott Pollock. I'm the chief editor of the Critical Post Chicago. We'll have more. That is all.